I didn't want to see everybody's reaction or everybody's pity or sadness, so I covered my eyes. But I could feel everyone, and I could hear everyone. Every single person in the room was crying with me.
Because now I have the tools and the community and the resources and the courage. And that wouldn't have been possible without the Women's Council.
We got over cancer together, and talking to my body is this conversation, this struggle that I have. And we got over cancer, and now here I go having lupus. And lupus is joint pain and this and being exhausted. I can't afford to be exhausted.
Unlike any other community, this has been by far the most organized community I have been part of.
Trauma impacts us all in different ways. And although this sounds difficult at first to hear, your ability to move past it and forgive those that have caused it will allow you to fully live a life that will be rewarding.
My name is Angela.
My name is Ingenia Roselis.
My name is Indira Mojica.
My name is Cami Peña Rivera.
I am a bilingual teacher, and I am also the founder of a nonprofit organization called Camino al Éxito Project for All.
I'm a mom of 4, grandmother of 6, aunt to 7+ kids.
Meeting my younger self, of exploring the darkness and walking into the light.
I'm going to say this is my journey of being comfortable in the dark and bringing in more light.
I was angry at my mom not being there for me when I was a little girl, when she was too aggressive with me. She used to beat me up, all of those, be very abusive, physically and verbally. Within my husband relationship, I was dealing with a lot of disappointment because, he went to jail for 5 years. I stood there with him. I supported him to the max. And then when he came out and I needed him, he wasn't there for me like I wanted him to be.
In addition, trauma has a direct impact on our current relationships with our partners, our children, parents, and if you are challenged by such relationships, it is likely you need to forgive to live the life that you want.
Also, disappointment with my dad that, abandoned me when I was a little girl. And also, even the forgiveness that I had to deal with my ex, right? So I was dealing with all of that. I was still carrying all of that. It was heavy on my body. Onto this experience that I experienced in Vermont, that I really went to the darkness and unpacked all that darkness. I couldn't move forward. So now I feel that I'm able to unpack those things, the darkness. I was able to unpack, and I don't feel the heaviness in my body anymore. It was such a heavy experience.
Before the retreat, I was really in a dark space. The lights were off. And I'll go straight into it because it's very black and white. I never knew that I needed to speak to my younger self, to the younger me. I never know I needed to, and even if I found out I needed to, I didn't know how to. And I didn't know that so many answers were there, that she was holding, that baby Indira was holding all those answers to so many questions that I had today in the present time. And now, after the retreat, going back and doing it often, because now I notice that if something is triggering me, if I'm reacting in a certain way, I think back to her and ask her, why am I acting like this today? And it's just such a good tool for me now that I never knew I needed. And it has changed my life. And then going through this process and having the coaches guide me in how to tap into her and talking to her, I just discovered all the answers that I had, that I was looking everywhere else for those answers, and they were inside of me. So for that, I am so grateful.
Forgive to Live is a transformational experience that will allow you to move ahead of the past and create the path to live the life that you truly desire.
It was a complex life. It was a life full of responsibilities. So being a mom, a wife, a sister, a daughter, that's a lot of responsibilities. And being that I'm the matriarch of my family, I have a lot of nephews and nieces, and a lot of that I take heavily. So I would kind of put that, the weight of the world on my shoulders. And doing that and not taking care of myself had its consequences. So I ended up getting very sick. I had cancer, and I now have lupus. So it was a wake-up call. Take care of yourself, stop, listen to your body, listen to what you need, not everyone else. And without you taking care of yourself, you can't take care of anyone else. I apologize for what I've put you through in the past because I didn't take care of you. How could I expect you to take care of me when I wasn't taking care of you? So it's perspective, huge difference in perspective after the experience.
Horrible, horrible. I was dark. I couldn't see the path. I kept looking for my next path forward, and I couldn't see it through the darkness. I couldn't articulate my thoughts. I couldn't even organize my thoughts. There was just so much white noise in my head, and it skewed everything all my relationships, the way I saw them, the way I dealt with them, the way I reacted to things. I was so reactionary instead of being thoughtful in my approach, leading with kindness, love, and respect. No, the gloves were off, and I was just battling everybody. I just didn't realize I was battling myself most of all. I couldn't get out of my own way. This was never gonna end. That there was the only light I could see was an oncoming train. It was horrible. I never want to be there again.
There is so much more before and after the experience, including joining our exclusive community called the Women's Council.
I think the game changer was the way I would have handled things thereafter. Changed because of that lens that I now view things through, because of those 2-day intensive. So although I'm used to running at a pace and I want everything to happen yesterday, right? Today I tried to meditate. I put 20 minutes on the clock, I got as far as 10. So I think it's things like that that make a difference in my day. I had to be accountable to her. Again, it was a humbling experience.
Everyone who steps inside the circle with our team does so in faith and under their own agency. Follow the instructions below this video for even more details on this page to secure your spot for this transformational experience. And I will see you in Pittsfield, Vermont, alongside my family and team.